So, for the first time in forever, I chose myself. For the first time in forever, I chose myself. If someone had asked the younger me, what would I like to be when I grew up, I would have said, a lawyer. Yeah, a lawyer. Without hesitation, without doubt, with hope and honesty in my eyes, I would have repeated and said again, I would like to be a lawyer. But I would look up with hope in my eyes, with big dreams in my eyes, thinking that life was just that simple, thinking that you choose, you become, and you just arrive at that dream. So I was so optimistic that I would become a lawyer. I believed I would be a great lawyer. I believed I would be exceptional. I believed I would be among the best lawyers in Kenya, or else I would be among the best lawyers in the world. Yeah, but life isn't that simple. As I grew up, I started hearing voices that said, come on, choose a realistic career. Voices that said, don't choose things that that won't give you a job here in Kenya. Voices that said, stop being unpredictable. So voices that told me, does your father own a law firm? Which was a no. Is your dad a governor? No. Do you have anyone working in the government? No. So I had to choose safe. I had to get over my dreams. I had to listen to the voices that didn't want to hear what my dreams were. I started to listen to voices that taught me to be safe, taught me to choose safe rather than choose who I wanted to become. Later, I started noticing dreams became or sounded rather like a risk I couldn't afford. Passion became a luxury I couldn't afford. So I chose the safe part. I chose what I was told was right. There was tension around me, tension from family, tension from siblings. So I chose the safe part. But as I chose the safe part, I would ask myself, what if I don't get the second chance to choose myself? What if I never get another opportunity to fulfill what I wanted? What if I never get the opportunity to do what makes me feel alive? These questions lingered in my heart for some time, but there was nothing I could do. I wanted to be the good girl. I wanted to be a daddy's daughter. Yeah, I wanted to be the girl who does what she was told. But deep down, I was hurting. Deep down, I felt like it felt like I was doing the wrong thing, even if the outer me felt like that's the right thing to do. The right thing to do is to listen to what older people say to you. So, but the question kept lingering in my mind, like, what if I never get the opportunity? What if I never get the second chance to choose myself? As time went by, I decided to choose myself. I took the shift. I took the shift because I wanted to understand politics. I want to understand geopolitics. I wanted to understand the world. I wanted to understand the systems that's the world. I wanted to understand leadership. I wanted to know what it takes to be part of the world. So I took the shift from education arts to international relations. I wanted to understand diplomacy. I wanted to understand what development was. I wanted to understand systems of governance. So I took the shift. For the first time, I decided to choose myself. For the first time, I knew that I would not be the perfect daughter. For the first time, I knew that I did not listen to what I was told. For the first time, I decided to be bad. For the first time, I chose myself. For the first time, I decided not to become a daddy's daughter. For the first time, I knew everyone would be against it, but I still took the step, I still took the leap to give myself what I wanted. It took time for me to accept that, but yeah, finally did accept that I was a bad girl. But bad girls are the ones ruling the world, as they say, no, that's it's saying. So yeah, I decided to be one. I took the shift not because it felt safe, not because it felt like a guarantee, not because it was a better choice, but I took the part, or I chose the part because I felt that's where I would feel alive, not in law anymore, because that's what I wanted before, but I felt that way I would feel safe because I didn't have a father who worked in a law firm or owned a law firm. So the first thing was that I never had a father who owned a law firm. I never had a relative who worked in the government. I never had someone who would employ me after I've studied law, as they said. They said all those things just to show me that it was the wrong path. But they never listened to what I wanted. They wanted me to choose the safe path. So I chose the safe path. After choosing the safe path, it felt wrong. After feeling wrong, I took the shift because the question still kept lingering, what if I never get a second chance? So yeah, I decided to give myself a second chance after I've given them the first chance of safety. But the safety never lasted because I took a shift too early. But maybe it was never meant to last. It was just meant to be there. It was just meant to be a glimpse of what life was. So yeah, I still don't have someone who will employ me, someone who will do a connection for me, someone who works in the government, as they claimed that will employ me with international relations. But still, I wanted to choose something that made me feel alive. And I feel alive now. I feel confidence. I feel confident in what I'm doing. I feel happier, peaceful. I feel like I made the best and right decision someone could have made. I feel like I would become the best. I would become the best version of myself through it. I believe I would become exceptional as I wanted to be in the first law degree. I believed I would become the best version of myself. So I still believe that I'll become the best version of myself through that, even if others who gave the attention from early and said that, you know what, be realistic. They have still said I'm not realistic. They have still said I've not chosen a career that I'll easily get employed in Kenya or I will succeed. But I'm okay with that. I'm okay with doing something that I feel alive in. Yeah, I know it's the end of the first year, but I believe, Moko, I believe that what was meant to be will be the best part. Because if I said, let me take the safe path, then maybe later I'll take the other part. I believe time doesn't wait for anyone. You never know what might happen. Maybe they would have let me do the law degree. Maybe they would have not discouraged me, because they never know what time has in store for someone. Maybe I would have never made it to see the realization of that law degree, that instead of shattering those dreams too early, they would have just given it hope to thrive, to feel like it can be alive, it can be possible, but they shattered it way too early for it even to see the glimpse of light. But at the end of the day, we are still there, we are still surviving. We are still doing our day 8 of 10,000 steps. Even if I still fear today, for the day 2 in a row, we'll still not make it to 10,000 steps. But let's see where the steps will get us. So as we end our walk for today, I know the video for today has not been that long, but we are already at 9,000 steps. That's close to our target. So I think tomorrow we'll try harder to get to 10,000 steps, but still 9,000 steps is pretty perfect. At least we showed up. At least, yeah, we are done. So as I head home, it makes me feel good that I gave myself a second chance. It feels pretty good that I gave myself a second chance. It feels pretty good that I didn't just stay with the safety part. It feels okay. It feels alright. But I know that I'll have to fulfill that childhood dream of mine of becoming a lawyer. I'll have to do a second degree or a PhD or a master's in law so that I can feel satisfied, so that I can heal that younger child that was discouraged. So we'll put our walk to an end because we are already home, and wait till tomorrow to show up for the next walk of 10,000 steps of day 9. So it has been a good walk here, though it had a lot of reflections to the past, but it has been a good walk. But it wants to rain, so we end our walk at 9,100 steps for today. Those are 379 calories we are burnt for today. So until tomorrow, allow me say ciao. See you tomorrow. Don't forget to subscribe.